coming. Well, they say body not be firewood. A bit under the weather from yesterday, but well, of course, we are still here today because the love of having the conversation with you, the love of putting things in perspective in our country, the love of ensuring that we are engaging on a daily basis. We are indeed putting our voices and making it heard, making it count every now and then, until of course something happens, if not for our sakes, for the generations that is yet to come, is why I am still here. So nothing is going to hold us back, nothing is going to pull us down, nothing will indeed pin us to the wall and say, hey, we will not be able to have that conversation. So please, like I said, right? Sometimes you just want to do it, but then the body tells you otherwise. But finally, the greatest power that you have is in the mind. And the mind, of course, is where everything happens. If you get defeated right there, it means you get defeated everywhere where else. Well, my name is Uduak Daniel, and quickly we shall jump into it. Let me greet you in the way that I know how to, because no sort of circumstance will stop that. Will take that away from me. Will take that away from you. Agife Ekaron Dewono. Inakwana, and you would now say Olodudu, and in my dialect you would say Amesire. And finally, of course, in the language that each and every one of us understand, Una, good morning. My name is Uduak Daniel, and yes, we are looking at the pages right here. It's going to be a very quick one, a very fast one, a very smart one, but I should also bring it into your eardrums. Certain things, I mean, the Senate, through its ad hoc committee, mandated investigation into alleged economic sabotage in the Nigerian petroleum industry. They have summoned various stakeholders in the sector for interrogation. There was a 15-man panel committee put out there who were led by the leader of the Senate, Senator Michael Okpeyemi Bamidele, APC Ekiti Central. He made this known to journalists on Thursday. I should also let you in on the fact that there's been a talk that has been going all through, and that is what's going to build, or probably may build, the conversation for the 9 o'clock hour. I mean, the protest that has been slated for August 1 of 2024, it seems everybody is now talking about it. The Department of State Services has warned against the planned nationwide protest in the country. Now, the agency said yesterday that it had already identified the sponsors of the planned protest and warned them not to proceed with it, as it is not in Nigeria's interest. Okay, so DSS is saying right there, that one right there. So, I should let you know three more things, and then of course we'll jump into the front pages. Like I said, it's going to be a very smart review this morning, so you might want to just buckle up and get ready for this one. Well, the President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has admitted being part of different protests, but without violence. The president said this when he received a letter of credence from the newly appointed United States Ambassador to Nigeria, Mr. Richard Mills Jr., at the presidential villa, Abuja. President Tinubu and governors elected on the platforms of the All Progressives Congress yesterday held a closed-door meeting at the presidential villa, Abuja. It was reliably guarded that the meeting was not unconnected with efforts by the government to stop the planned nationwide protest. Now, that being said, let me already jump into it and bring it into your eardrums. I mean, what is indeed going on the front pages of Nigerian newspapers this morning, right? But handing down the number to you, it is very important to do so, and that's what I am doing right about now, right? The number for you to engage with would be 0907-353-0044 or 0908-766 8888, and the WhatsApp portal number would be 0909 705 4450. Make sure to keep it short and simple. Go straight to the point, please. There is no need attacking personality. Address the topical issue, and we will be fine this morning, right? So these numbers are the numbers. And also know that you can also link us via social media platforms, because we have a strong presence right there on, we have a strong presence on Facebook, on Instagram, on TikTok, on X. Look, we are there. We have a strong arm, muscular if you ask. And and as well as the YouTube channel at Eagles FM Abuja. Get on there and see that everything that I say is the truth, the whole, and nothing but the truth. So when I say these things the way that I say it, I'm not joking. It's not a joke, trust me. All right? So yeah, giving you the numbers, and yes, it's time for you to head on and let me in to your thoughts as we look at a couple of dailies this morning. Remember, it is the 26th day in the month of July of 2024. Before we know it, we're talking August, and of course the rest, they say, is the Mba month. It will be history. Okay, so let's go into it. All right, dragging ourselves into it now this time, and being as punctual as we can be this morning. Seen a couple of dailies, and I'm bringing, just let's see how we can take three. And of course, we would call it a close on this one. This one coming from the Nigerian Tribune newspaper, right? For Friday, the big story, planned protests. DHQ warn against anarchy, identify sponsors. Okay, it's got a couple of writers to it though. It's an invitation to anarchy, reign of terror, DHQ. Funding lines identified. DSS is saying that. Okay, says plan to a foot to a jack. Okay, says plan a foot to hijack protest, cause chaos. And traditional rulers meet with Tinubu, plead for peace, patience. Oyo, Lagos government holds security stakeholders meeting, right? That is something. And this one here says, I participated in peaceful protest for democracy. And that one, of course, is coming from the president himself. He said, I participated in peaceful protest for democracy's sake. And that's what I did, right? The president is telling his own part of it. For those of you who keep saying, oh, the president has been protesting and all of that, he doesn't want nobody protesting. He has told you finally. You should find the story on page 2. It's a big story. And seeing this one right here, the chest region of the Nigerian Tribune newspaper, it says Nigeria records fastest economic growth in 6 years in Q1 2024. Edun is saying that one now, and bringing this one to your eardrums as well, right? This one here says, okay. All right, it's got a couple of writers. Says Tinubu's reform yielding results. Federal government's main focus is to reduce food prices. Government pays 7.3 trillion naira ways and means debt. Yeah, that is something. Okay, so this one okay, let's just move away. Federal government spent 1.5 billion US dollars to protect oil installations in 4 years. SGF is saying that, and court to hear Edo government suit challenging Shaibu's reinstatement. Okay, all right, that we see this one. It says INEC will take over responsibility of conduct of local government elections if backed by law. Who is saying that? Yakubu is saying that already. So you might as well want to go see what's going on in that regard. Now let's just move away from the Nigerian Tribune newspaper and bring you yet another daily. After this one, of course, we'll open the phone lines and then we get talking. The Nation newspaper is saying the big story, planned protest, right? Planned protest, DHQ, DSS, put men, operatives on red alert, right? It's got two writers to it though, and this one right here says, the first one says, planners target change of government. Really? Second writer says, NSA assures governors of security. Okay, that is a writer right there, and this one you should find on page 2. It started on the front page of the Nation newspaper, and now it is continued on page 2 of the Nation newspaper. You might as well want to go see for yourself what that is all about. Yeah, and I see this one now. Just at a base of the Nation's newspaper now. This one right here is clarifying and saying Nigeria's economy growing faster. Nigeria's economy growing faster on reform gains, says Edun, right? And it's got two writers. Debt service drops from 97% to 68%. Revenue surges. All right, that is something right there going on for the Nation newspaper. Now, where can you find the story? Okay, you can find it on page 3 of the Nation newspaper. And just above, let's still get on to the very base. This one is carrying the weight of the Nation newspaper front page now. It says $10 billion lost to crude oil theft in 7 months, says Speaker Abbas. Wow, a whopping $10 billion. Page 7 is carrying that story. Just above the Nation newspaper banner now, you would find this one right here. And this one right here says, okay, President leads tributes as Ohaneze leader. Iwanyanwu passes on. But this one story I saw yesterday wasn't funny. So rest in peace, though. You'd find a story on page 4 of the Nation newspaper. And this one says, 5 killed in Lagos building collapse. It's got one rider to it. It says 5 rescued. So 5 killed and then 5 rescued. If you do your mathematics, you discover that would be 10 as it stands. Well, not so pleasant, right? But at least we still got people breathing, and that's what's most important, though, if you ask me. Right. Well, let me hand down the numbers to you, though, as I still see my boss giving me the signal and saying maybe one more daily would go into it, but that will be in the course of engaging with you. All right, this is the time for you to bring your voice in. Let me into what you find attractive. Which of these headlines pops at you, jumps at you, tickles your fancy, or says, hey, you know what? React to me. 0907-353-0044 is that number to call. The other number would be 0908-766-8888. WhatsApp portal number 0909-705-4450. Hello and good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Yes, good morning to you, please.
Nancy, good morning. This is Dan calling from Kurudu.
All right, Dan, talk to me.
Thank you very much.
Yes,
I just want to say concerning this protest, the president has so much power to abort this protest.
Okay.
Just like he came up and said subsidy is gone.
Mm-hmm.
Let the president just come on the media and address this country and restore back fuel subsidy. What is pushing Nigeria on the street is hunger. This hunger does not know tribe or religion. As it stands, there is so much hunger in the land. It's unbearable. A laborer earns 3,000 naira on daily basis in his site. We are not talking about politicians, but that 3,000 naira cannot provide food for him and his family. The hunger is too much, sir. Thank you.
All right, Dan is saying the hunger is too much. If you want to stop this protest, you already know what to do, Mr. President. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning. This is Prince Ike on the line.
Prince Ike.
God bless. Happy weekend. Yes,
yeah,
sir.
Welcome aboard. Thank you.
God bless you.
Yes.
What I'm just saying, because of the proposed, strike, they should look into it, I beg. Because a lot of money is going to be spent, and the federal government is going to lose a lot of money. Let the federal government do the needful. There's what we call social contract, my dear Oga, that according to being postulated and popularized by John Rock, he said that, in social contract, let the citizens pay their taxes and, allegiance and also obedience to the federal government or the government of the day that is in power. And in turn, let the federal government or the government that is in power do the needful by providing particular democratic dividends, supplying of, bomber water, electricity, steady electricity, and good government, and also at the same time, quality education and quality health deliverance. Why are we breaking one another? Why are we fighting? Why antagonizing one another? Why are we always in a state of condemnation? I mean, the citizens, we're supposed to be judged than to be war. In the catastrophic, experience or situation, you're going to see fighting, war, this and that. We are both this, but let us give peace chance, because where there is peace, there is harmony, there is tranquility, there is progress, and there is fantasization. There is what we call socialization, also transformation. Nigeria have passed through this, thing that you are passing up and down. Understand? Because of bad government, let us do the needful. Right. According to Martin Luther King, I'm writing also. He said that I'm not interested because of power sake, for power sake, but I'm interested in power, in politics for producing life, producing electricity, that give us joy, that give
all
us
right, Prince Ike, for want of time, we can't, we wouldn't,
that give us
oh, well, we wouldn't be able to go further with that, Prince Ike. I already told you it's going to be a smart one this morning. Hello and good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, good morning, please. Yes,
Thank you.
Alamin.
This is Alamin from Apple Legislative Court.
Right, talk to me, Alamin.
Let me first of all wish my Muslim brothers and sisters a happy and blessed Jummah Mubarak. And as always, may Allah accept our prayers and ask the Father. Thank you. The President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, I protested to defend democracy. You know, that is what he did. When Tinubu called for protest, he led the protest. When Muhammadu Buhari called for protest, he led the protest. When Wole Soyinka called for protest, he led the protest physically. Falana did, he led the protest. Chudo Kadigbo, you know, all of these great nationalists, they did not use miscreant or faceless insurrectionists. They were physically present at the protest ground, and there was zero single loss of life. There was zero destruction of public property. And then that is what we are saying. If you want to hold a protest, come out and identify that you are the people behind the protest. You know, Nigeria is too sophisticated. We are too intellectual. We are too educated for a bunch of miscreants, you know, jobless people, that political jobbers that are being paid by politicians to want to stay on social media and issue protests, you know, and giving instruction to burn down, change of government, revolution now. And my happiness is all of this is only trending online. You know, the busy Nigerians are on, they are in their real life, fighting for their life, going to the farm. It is the jobless people on social media that is pushing it, and they should be dealt with according to the law when they go against the law of the land. Thank you so much.
All right, thank you so much, though. Appreciate this one from you, though. Yeah, I see this one. Okay, and let's just go and take a couple of messages, bring it to your eardrums. Right, this one right here says, good morning, gentle UD. Good morning to you. I'm Yunusa Dentani Ibrahim from Abaji. All right, Yunusa, welcome aboard. If the meeting between the state governors has not brought solution to the upcoming protest is a challenge to federal government, I still plead to the president to listen to the masses to avoid problems. Return subsidy back to avoid problem in Nigeria. Thanks, Yunusa Dantani Ibrahim from Abaji. Right, Yunusa is saying that one. Maybe just one or two voice notes, and then of course 2 more calls, and then we might just want to wrap this up. But I promise you, though, at 9 o'clock, of course, we'll jump into it properly. Seeing this one, let's just go take it very quickly. That is. All right, let's take this one.
Chifrida, good morning.
Good morning to
this
you.
is Anthony Witness.
Anthony Witness.
Speaking from Suleja.
Right.
I just want to find out exactly the advice. Those who said the protest should not hold, what is the advice they are giving to them? I mean, what is the option? Because over time, people have... I know that in other countries, even common increase on bread alone will cause protest. Bread. But here, what is it that has not been done to the people? Subsidy removal without any negotiation. And the fuel price skyrocketed times 3 or 5. That is not enough for people to protest. Elections that has gone zigzag in this country, nobody should protest. It's not too long. One is it the FCC chief or whatever said that not, if he fails to prosecute Yaya Bello, he's going to resign. And today that has just gone down the drain. Nobody cares. People come up and make empty promises without caring, and there's no protest and nothing, and that's why they keep messing the people around. Are we saying that this nation has not been overdue for protest all these years? So if you act like people should not protest, can you please tell us the option? And as far as I'm concerned, if there's no protest, the option is please stay quiet, allow this country to go down the drain. Stay quiet, allow the politicians of this nation to destroy it. Don't say anything, just to be murmuring and complaining in your houses. Don't do anything. Billions being sent out to be shared to people, and we have no single neighbor around us that have gotten it. Food being shared out to no single person have gotten it. People should not protest. I don't know if the people who are planning for, I don't know them, they're planning for the protest, never told us that it's going to be violent in the nation. Yeah, it is only if government is saying violent. I mean, it is government.
All right. Well, I think you overshot your time right there. Anyways, let's just take this call. Hello and good morning. That's a miss, though. Taking yet another call. Remember, the number is 0907-353-0044. The other number is 0908-766-8888. And the WhatsApp portal number is open already, and that will be 0909-705-4450. This one right here says, DSS uncovered DSS claimed to have discovered sponsors of nationwide protest. I'm waiting for them to mention the name of Peter Obi among those names. According to Bayo Nanuga, my presidential candidate was the sponsor. I challenged DSS as the secret police to confirm what Bayo said. They said Peter Obi is a bad loser, yet they can't do anything without mentioning his name every day. Well, Mr. Linus right there, what a shared thought you bring from Brick City in Kubwa. Anyways, thanks for that one, though. I see this one. It's a shame how some that benefit from this unpatriotic, heartless, insensitive government are ranting against Nigerians exercising their fundamental rights when their cries are not attended to. Should Nigerians wait? Right? Okay. So I'm not seeing your name. Please give me a name. That's what I always say every time. Okay, give me a name, give me a location. It's very important, right? Taking this call. Hello and good morning.
Hello, my brother.
Good morning to you, please.
Good morning.
Yes, please.
Sorry, my brother. Why Alami always insulting people?
No, please. Let's not
And
go
the-
there. Let's not go there. I mean, didn't call your name. I don't know what you're saying, please. I don't understand this. Hello and good morning.
Edward, my brother, I greet you.
I greet you too. Good morning. What's your name? Where you calling from?
Yes, I remember Mr. Sunday the Prince calling this.
Oh, okay. Welcome aboard. Where are you calling from? Where are you calling from, please?
Well, presently
where
I'm
are
calling
you
you at
calling from?
Masaka.
Masaka. Okay, get into it. Let's go in.
Well, in every democracy, protest is part of the ingredients of democracy. As long as the protest will be managed by the security agents. It's a way of expressing dismay and also a way of expressing anger on the issue of bad government. Because if for no reason, there's a lot to be protested for. Because government is a continuity.
Right.
It annoys me when people say Tinubu's decision is 1 year. Tinubu is right under APC. And APC administration is 9 years now. You cannot single-handed people Tinubu out of APC. APC-led administration is 9 years. When they are talking, we should give Tinubu chance. I say, what does the Tinubu have to do in this? You know, when Professor said over under and Yaradua to continue where it stopped. What they are saying, the opposition there, we are talking about PDP-led administration. They never said Yaradua-led administration. So why would this thing change now? They are saying Tinubu administration. It annoys me. It's APC administration. APC administration is 9 years now. And what time do they want again? Until all Nigerians die. So for me, it's what to be protested for because the hardship is really telling on Nigerians.
All right.
You will get single breakfast now, it will cost you over 5,000. And the whole roads in Nigerians are completely off. You cannot ride on any good road again. I traveled to my hometown, Anambra. I spent 3 days because of that road. From a day down to Delta, I no longer motor. You cannot access Kuta. The whole place has been taken over by erosion.
All right, I get that. So let's just see how we can also allow others to have their voice. Well, you've made your point. It's loud. It's clear.
So for me,
Thank you.
personally, I will join the protest.
Okay, thank you.
The hardship is intense.
All right, I will join the protest because the hardship is just unbearable. Well, I was taking a message, Prosper. I apologize. You actually added your name to that message. I didn't quite see that, quickly, so I apologize for that. Well, let me take it again. He says, it's a shame how some that benefit from this unpatriotic, heartless, and insensitive government are ranting against Nigerians exercising their fundamental rights when their cries are not attended to. Should Nigerians wait till they're all wiped out with insecurity and poverty while a few are secured and people feed fat? Prosper from Apo is saying, good morning, Udwak. Okay, good morning to you. It says, nobody, in bracket this time, they shouldn't dare infiltrate the protest with their thugs. Right? All right, Prosper. You say there must be a thug out there trying to infiltrate this process. I will take this one right here. Good morning, Obonwudwak Daniel. Good morning to you. God bless your day this morning for us. Amen. And to you too. God bless your day. It says, according to President Tinubu, if he was allowed to participate in peaceful protest, why is he employing all the tactics and calling on the security agents to stop the proposed peaceful protest by the masses? Let him allow the people to exercise their inalienable right as enshrined in the Constitution of Nigeria, except he has something to hide from the citizens. In addition, if our security agencies, especially the military, have been known to be so proactive and efficient, why have they not exercised such dexterity to uncover several plots and attacks carried out by bandits, kidnappers, and other criminal elements against the innocent people in this country? May God save us from ourselves. Comrade Ulobasi, all the way from Buhari in Abuja, right here. Okay. Strong questions, strong questions, comrade, you put out there. Well, yeah, the Department of State Services, DSS, yesterday has said that it has identified the funding line, sponsors, and collaborators of the planned nationwide protest coming up August 1, right, of 2024. Well, they made that, conversation and said, while peaceful protest is a democratic right of citizens, the service has confirmed a sinister plan by some elements to infiltrate the protest and use it to cause chaos and extreme violence in the land. It has also identified the reason behind the protest to be political. The plotters desire to use the intended violent outcome to smear the federal and subnational governments, make them unpopular, and pit them against the masses. The long-term objective is to achieve a regime change, especially at the center, right? Well, this is some talk coming from the DSS right there. They say to be warned. Of course, I don't know, how do they put that thing? Something to be forewarned. Okay? Yeah? All right, so that's it. So DSS is saying we are being proactive this time. We've got intelligence, and we are telling you, like they always say it's always said that, hey, sometimes, and this is very critical, as much as you may not like the messenger, maybe you should like the message, right? Just take the message and don't like the messenger. It's not usually that you must like a messenger, right? But if the message is going to save at least a life, if it's going to save one life, I don't think the life of one Nigerian, a Nigerian, our brother, our sister, is worth any of that. I just feel that there might be some other way, another way. But on the other hand, others will say, you know what, the only language that the Nigerian governments, have understood would be a protest. But then when we talk about a protest, let us get to understand that there is something called a peaceful protest. And that is what the Constitution gives credence to. That is what the Constitution is talking about, saying it is your right, regardless of whatever is said. Look, if you have to protest, it has to be organized, well organized. Of course, the security personnel should be involved. They should know what's going on, and they should also do their best in ensuring that indeed it follows the admonition that the Constitution had given as to what a protest should look like, right? So when the protest is having a sinister agenda too, likewise, it's only necessary to put punitive measures, to put measures in place to ensuring that whoever, and I say whoever, is trying to upturn the very idea of such protest, they be brought to book. And if they have to be locked behind bars for a lifetime, they better be. And that goes back to the place of consolidating on our laws, consolidating on our the systems that we work with, to ensuring that, yes, it is a working system and it's not a system that is being controlled and monitored by a few powerful people. Well, that being said, this is the much we will take at this point. Like I said earlier, I said 9 o'clock, we'll be right back. We'll be here. We'll be bringing this conversation to your eardrums. I never thought that we would talk about this anytime sooner, but then the heat is coming on. Remember, we mentioned this conversation a while ago during the week, some time ago during the week, and now it is coming back on. And it means it is a matter of national diligence, matter of national need and importance, necessity to have our voices heard. Because your voice, my voice, our voices will not be shot
for any reason. But then, if it must be expressed, it has to be within the parlance of the Nigerian constitution. Okay.